Moving into the 2017 season, the EU LCS has been given a major shake-up in how it operates. From the lackluster best-of-2 format that we experienced in 2016, the EU LCS has transitioned to a more Chinese model of conducting the split. First, let's start with the format changes in the regular season. The EU LCS has moved to a best-of-3 system, and all teams will be split into 2 groups. Teams will play weeks 1 to 3 and 8 to 10 against teams in their group, and 4 to 7 with teams in the opposite group. Why is this system better than the old one? Well, first, it allows teams to have better scrim environments. Teams can pick other teams to practice against who are not in their group, so it will allow new strategies to be played out in the LCS to surprise and shock their group mates. This will lead to a less stale meta like we had in previous seasons, where after about 2 to 3 weeks the meta was all played out, and that would be the way it is for the next 3 months. What this might mean, and what people aren't picking up on, is that it may stop Riot making such whiplash decisions with the meta, where 1 second a champion will be the absolute tip top 100% pick ban, and then all of a sudden a potato. So things like Nidalee and Poppy's been through that a few times, so it might stop that. Next, we'll look into how these groups operate. It starts with the top 2 teams of the last split being A1 and B1 respectively. Teams will then take it in turns, choosing who's in the opposite group to them to try and make their group easier and having to face them less in their split. This goes on until there are 5 teams in each group. As I said before, teams will play within their groups for 2/3 of the time and only face the other group 1/3 of the time. These groups have been reportedly drafted behind the scenes, with Group A being G2, Fnatic, Misfits, Giants and Roccat, and Group B being H2K, Splice, Vitality, Unicorns of Love and Origin. Playoffs haven't been changed much at all, and the only change was to accommodate the group dynamic where the second in A plays the third in B and vice versa. The top 2 seeds still get byes into the semis, and reseeding still occurs from quarters to semis. I'm still against a 3rd place match, but that's a personal choice more than a massive critique. Relegation has also had a minor shift due to the group format, and now there will be only 2 LCS spots and 2 Challenger Series spots in this tournament instead of 3 from the previous years. And lastly, the EU LCS has had another day added to its schedule to accommodate the increase in game time due to a best-of-3 format. This is a real step forward into bringing the 2 LCS regions closer together. There are still many ways in which NA gets preferential treatment from Riot, but this is a start to sorting out the mess that Riot has made with the 2 systems. Now, a lot of other analysts at this point would have spent some time going over power rankings for the new season that's coming up, but I find these pointless. Unless you have some sort of insider knowledge to scrims, results, how teams are operating, you really have no way of knowing how teams will play against and with each other. If you don't have that, there is literally no point in saying who you think teams will be better than other ones, apart from maybe some slight predictions based on who is in the meta at the moment and who is good playing those champions. But because the league is so volatile, anything can happen, and trying to predict that's always come up with people with egg on their faces. It's happened before and it will happen again. Overall, I'm really glad they changed up the EU LCS from 2016's poor formatting. The old one had too many holes in their logic and had that classic Riot doublespeak behind their choices. I'm looking forward to see how the group dynamic influences areas I've highlighted in the video. What do you guys feel about the improvements to the EU LCS format? Please comment down below with your thoughts, and thanks for watching.